Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a tier 10 match in my YueYang. Going through the matchmaking, I have Double Missouri, Des Moines, Minotaur, Gearing Shima Fletcher Z46. Rounding out the threats to my ship. The map is Tears of the Desert. It's Epicenter, uh, which is a game mode that I don't really run into that often. And a lot of times I see players have a hard time understanding how they need to play this map. Um, a lot of times I see a lot of people camping in corners of the map that you're not doing what you need to do to get pressure on the objectives. Excuse me. So starting out, I'm just going to sail to the middle of the cap, and in my opinion, the destroyer that spawns in the position that I did, it's your job to at least try to contest the middle of the cap at the start of the game. Coming up to the cap, I never want to enter a cap directly bow on, just in case I get radared or something crazy. So always start angling to kite away if you need to. I should mention my YueYang, I'm running radar on it. I'm popping speed boost because I'm anticipating running into a destroyer, maybe a cruiser. Sometimes you get a cruiser that wants to run up right into the back of the island. I've got a gearing buddy that's coming out here with me into the center of the cap, and I pretty well got an RPF contact narrowed down on this one side to me. This gearing, I don't know why he's smoking, but he is. That smoke's not doing anything for anybody. Popping my radar, and it's not the contact that I'm looking for. That contact is the Fletcher that just popped up right there. At this point, I'm shooting. I don't know what my gearing's doing, but I'm gonna go ham. I'm getting a bunch of good damage on this Fletcher, and I'm trying to force him out of cap. And I don't know about the gearing, but I did 10k to the Fletcher, and at that point it didn't cost me anything. So right now, because I don't have smoke, I'm looking to get safe. I'm ducking into this island here and starting to think about torpedoes on the cluster of ships that are all congregating right in here, trying to figure out what's going to be the best way to get torps off when I get radared. And I slam on the brakes, and I'm trying to stop and get in cover as quick as I can, and that is not what you want to see. Yeah. Ouch. Notice that at least I'm shooting back. It's not a complete free trade. Granted, it's not a lot of damage, but it's something. Maybe I knock out torpedo tubes or something that helps a teammate later on in battle, or get lucky with a fire or something like that. In this case, you know, that one shot just took a third of my HP off, so gotta play a little more safe now. That Fletcher's still contesting cap, so I am deciding that I'm just gonna turn around. My radar is just coming off cooldown. I'm gonna go pick a fight with that Fletcher. The way the gearing turned, nobody's shooting at the gearing. That tells me that the Fletcher's most likely still in smoke. Now the Shimakaze pops up and my gearing's gonna be distracted fighting the Fletcher, or fighting the Shima. I see the shots coming from the Fletcher, and I'm just lighting up the Fletcher. He's the low HP target, and try to get this guy off the board. Getting some good shots in here, got his engine. Make sure I don't run into the torpedoes, and got him. Now at this point, just trying to get safe. That was a little close. I'm coming up here on this Missouri. I'm expecting to be radared. Don't know if it's on cooldown or not, but I'm not gonna wait. At this point, with my torpedoes off, there's no real reason why I need to stay in direct line of sight to those guys. If I get radared, I'm just gonna get shot, and rather not do that. So I'm gonna turn back, try to get outside radar range. Our team's got a points tick now that we've got the center cap, since we got rid of the Fletcher and the Shima. I land a torpedo hit on this Missouri, and looks like he's still flooding. But on the mini-map, I see this enemy gearing, and I think he might be isolated. I think he might have pushed around that island, and I'm sneaking up right now to try to ambush him, see what I can do to... Wasn't expecting him to be that close, but, you know, the fight's on. Right now, it's really important for me to either use AP like that. Got a couple good AP pens. He started with a lot more health than I did, and basically just trying to finish this guy off. And I think he's backing up, and I think I'm starting to figure out, okay, and friendly got him. Just because you smoke up, that does not mean that you're safe. Players like me can, and they will, blind fire into your smoke, particularly if you're low health or your damage control's on repair or on cooldown, and do whatever we can to inflict more upon you. That kind of, it just takes some practice to be able to do that stuff. But at this point, the enemy's down to 50 points. This has been basically a complete rout. And I'm pushing up here and trying to see if I can get anything done on these battleships that have been hiding back in here. I mean, like I was saying, this Montana, he doesn't really have much he can shoot at. This Yamato, okay, he can shoot at this end of the map, maybe thread some shots through, but he's not controlling, the objectives uh, that are going to win the game. And ultimately, I think that's a large part of the reason why their team lost was we had better support in the cap, and it paid off. Going over the stats, 76,000, one ship sunk, nothing major. Decent XP for a game that uh, basically the enemy gets zeroed out, and most of uh, most of the damage, um, most of the raw damage was the flooding on the Missouri, obviously. But most of the XP actually came from uh, shooting the two DDs. So this is another game in the Radar YueYang, just trying to illustrate the difference in playstyle between a smoke DD. It's got some interesting strengths to it, and it gets put to good effect in clan battles, and probably going to see a lot of that this upcoming clan battle season. But hope you guys liked it. Leave a comment if you've got any questions about builds or tactics or anything like that with the Radar YueYang. It's relatively new DD. Not everybody's figured out how to play these things yet, and I will do what I can to help you guys out. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you later.